So firstly, we are introduce you to data, means your collective data. When you're doing research, you have a lot of data. All right. So your data will be classified to discrete and continuous data. So inclusive, quantitative, and qualitative variables. So depends on what kind of variables you are analyzed on. Alright, so when you collect your data, population is your collection of all the elements whose characteristics are being studied. Let's say you want to study the result of college matriculation students. So if you're taking population, means you need to take all the students from college matriculation. It will be 13,000 something lah, population, all element. So if you are taking a sample, let's say we just take from college matriculation around 2,000 something data. All right, so your data is taking on population or sample, it will be important because the way of calculation is different. So when you're taking your sample or your element from your data from population, means your parameter you're going to use, mean will be denoted as mu. Variance will be denoted with sigma square. So your standard deviation will be denoted as sigma. But if you're taking your data from a sample, so your population, your sample parameter means your statistic. The mean using here will be mean, like this. The variance using here will be S squared. And the standard deviation using symbol will be S. So you can't suka hati lah, you can't denote your parameter. Suka hati ikut symbol kamu, cannot. Alright, so you have to identify first your data is come from population or come from sample. Then your parameter means the way you want to calculate it. You want to take the mean of the result, you want to take the variance of the result, you want to take the standard deviation of the result. So the tools that you're going to calculate on your data, that is your parameter. So the symbols is different, the formula also different. Okay, so most of the time we learn here is about sample parameter. Alright, when you SPM time, you learn about your population parameter. So this level we more on focus on sample parameter. So statistics is a science that dealing with collecting, organizing, summarizing, presenting and analyzing your data. So how you want to collect your data from sample or from population, how you want to organize it, how you want to arrange your data, to present your data, how you summarize what your data is going to tell you, to tell any information you want to represent there. Alright, so present out and analyze, how you analyze your data correctly. Alright, then variable, it will be measure the characteristic or attribute differ for different subject. Let's say the variable like weight. You can take quantity, calculate weight. So weight will be a variable. So your variable can be quantitative or qualitative. So like if I taking your results, your marks will be quanti, but your grade, it may be quali. But if I analyze your grade by quanti weight also can. So quanti and quali can be mixing up. So most of the time quanti like you can calculate ordinal interval ratio. So quali like a nominal scale. So like you doing surveys, qualitative surveys, very agree, moderate, disagree. So nominal scale. Alright? So like your rating star, 1 star, 2 star, 3 star, 4 star. So that one can be a quanti already. So how depends on how you want to analyze your data. So types of your data. So when you're dealing your data, so type of your data, quantitative data is most can be measured. Can be measured because they possess a natural order like age, weight, height, marks. So you can see your numbering. Very easy to identify quantity is numbering. So when you're doing with qualitative data, so it will be numerical measurement is not possible. An observation is made when an individual assigned to one several mutually exclusive categories such as color, types of car. So like colors, you will hard to identify numbering. So you just have the types like blood A, blood B, blood O, blood AB. So there will be qualitative data. Okay, quantitative data. So you can see example, if quantitative data, discrete data, like the number of student numbering, countable, number of car countable, number of person countable, quantitative data. So when you come to quali, the weight, when you come to continuous data in quantitative, so like the weight, the time, and the income. So like interval. When your data in countable one by one, it will become discrete. When your data countable in interval, it will be continuous data. All right, so most of the time, overall, how you calculate your data, you will classify to be quantitative or qualitative. So when you deal with quantity, you still have to know your data is discrete or continuous. So difference data will be using difference parameter to analyze it. Difference distribution we will use another part of the distribution data. So it will be the last topic. Topic 9 distribution of the data, special distributive. Okay. So topic 6, 7, 8, 9, they will be in the scope of statistics. So one shot in all family, they were related to each other.